Okay, this place is already overwhelming my senses. So let's try and get out of here as quickly as possible. Groupie bird. Hell yeah. Uh-huh. Alright, bye. Hmm? Yeah, it's pretty good, it's pretty awful, it's okay. What was the question? Oh, sorry. I thought I was talking about the other noise in here. I was just being like, whatever. What? Oh, dog. Alright, bye. Here? No, let's just head right in. Super hacker. Alright.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with
Oh my god, lag.
boundless possibilities.
Okay. Bye. It always kind of catches me off guard when it auto-explodes. Jeezy crazy. What the? This is... My mind can't take this. Too old for this. Oh, okay. Crap. Boy.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my first fortune in life.
Uh-huh.
Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the Soul Glad that we all know and love today. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days, and the watchmaker. Scorched Sand Hall is my homage to that time of boundless possibilities.
Listen, we're on a timetable here.
I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstars of Penacony. Now then, is there anything you'd like to say before the competition officially begins?
Nah, I hate that meme. I'm gonna get the ball rolling. I ain't got a big fish. We're gonna take an Ellen. Zoomer has humor in all this dialogue, I swear. Okay, let's go.
There's that swift and decisive trailblazing spirit. How about you, Miss March?
Hello, everyone!
Aw.
Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th adventure, where I'm going to break the speed run world record!
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits.
Glad you're at least
That's
one of
Miss
us is
March
into this.
for you. How about Miss Firefly?
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hoped for.
Ah, a wonderful wish! Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
I just want one more beer.
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but
What does that mean in this context? Oh my god.
waiting for you are 3
Thought I was
stages,
lagging.
each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths to choose from, with unique challenges on each route.
Sure.
And in the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day. A beloved contender whose noble
boy, who's this
virtues
gonna be?
are unrivaled.
Sampo?
Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now then, I hereby announce that the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises, has started.
33rd Festival of the 20th season. How many are there in each season?
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we must reach the end as quickly as possible. Factoring in efficiency and safety, splitting up into 2 groups is the best choice.
Okay.
March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her. It'd probably be better if the 2 of you paired up.
Alright, great. I didn't want to have to make that decision. Like I'm on
Alright.
Survivor and have
I
to
don't
pick
have a problem
reward
with that.
partners. Enough chit chat. Say what now? I get to pair up with Firefly and there's no catch? Aw. Same. Let's just go.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
This is what I was trying to get. Anything else around? Hi. Soda racetrack. Huh? Okay, yeah. Right. Okay, how many do I have? 3? Oh boy. Oh boy. How big is this place? Oh my god, there's 32 chests. Boy. Bigger than I expected. Hi.
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, Dream Play Fantasia. In this stage, you can choose between 2 challenges, the School of Acting or School of Action. In the School of Acting challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts and move the panel judges.
Listen, I'm gonna do
In
the combat.
School of Action challenge, you have to defeat
Because I know
3
that
groups
that'll
of
be
enemies
quick,
convincingly
relatively.
and reach the end. Now,
And I
make
know,
your choice.
listen, I'm just gonna say, I bet the acting thing is cringe as hell. Any birds? Whoa! Are they gonna shoot it? They're gonna shoot us off like a pinball. Oh my lord. That can't be safe. It's like the Adventure Zone. Yep. How do I, huh? Alright. Action it is.
Champion's crown awaits you on the stage. Welcome to the arena of action stars. Please make
Yep, I'm going.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are a total of 3 stages up ahead, each with their own challenges. The enemies you will contend against are antagonists from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams. Defeat them swiftly and decisively to set a new record.
I have an emanator on my
It's
team.
worth mentioning that the fastest time for this stage was achieved by a contestant with fiery red hair. Astoundingly, he overcame all enemies across the 3 stages in only 5 minutes.
Time is of the essence. Let's make this quick.
Good for him. Maybe it's got to be Argenti. He's the only one who's like traveling the world. It's not like Luca's leaving Alabog. I saw a bird over here, but what else? Bird. dog in the lineup. Okay. Bye. Hello.
Contestants, you are about to confront the monsters of the primordial dreamscape. During this period, Penacony was nothing but a barren wasteland. The dreamscape was fraught with strife and disorder, with memory zone memes running rampant. As dream chasers who've come to Penacony, defeating them is your first step towards success.
All the Soul Glad is ours! Don't even think about plundering the Soul
Wow, he's been
Glad
forced to
from
play a
us.
monster. You're doing great, buddy. 5 stars.
Enemy targets detected.
Well,
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Time for a buzz. Converge and awaken.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Soul Clan! My Soul Clan!
Pretty simple. I just hope these tests don't take too long.
not they're that easy. I'd probably cut it out, but it literally took like 20 seconds on auto. Zack around for you. Not very cool. Escapes the slips. Alright. Wait, how do I, oh, God, I'm so confused. There we go. I need this. I need that. There we go. Oop. There we go.
Seek, and you will find.
There he is. I knew it. Exclusive, yeah. I'm with you. Sorry. Fine. Fire, physical, imaginary. Now let's see. Yeah, other little things. Okay.
Congratulations on becoming the first group of Dream Chasers! Answering the call from the Watchmaker, you are disappointed to learn that Penacony isn't paved with gold. Resigned to your current plight, you start from the hierarchical dredges, biding your time for a chance at success. Just as you're
What was that
about to
noise?
give up, a downpour sparks a business idea. You enter the umbrella business! But just as things are looking up, you encounter
Has this world
a
invented the
competitor.
twirl already?
Defeat them
Can't I
and
pull a Jerry
emerge
Seinfeld and
victorious from this trade
say
war.
that I did it?
Why is our opponent so glad?
Because this is Soulglad Enterprises' 33rd festivity auditions
Oh
of
my
the
God.
20th season.
Yeah, we've heard it.
Isn't this just product placement?
No
To
crap.
safeguard the integrity of Soulglad, I will soar high into the sky and become its shiniest star. Whoosh!
Whoosh.
The world kisses me with pain, and I provide with Soulglad in return. Whoosh!
Whoosh. Anyway. See ya. Oh, how do you know that? Word gets around. Cheers. Oh, can't go there yet. Okay.
Infallible.
Congratulations to our 2 Dream Chasers for establishing yourselves as budding stars in Penacony. However, now you face a competitor selling at low prices,
So we have to
pushing you
physically
to the
assault
brink
them.
of bankruptcy. No matter how lengthy the battle, you always persevere.
That's business
Topple
array, I
this
guess.
powerful opponent, and the tides will turn, paving a way to success.
Let's do it.
None will take my Soulglad away from me.
One beyond
I will use the
overcooked, who's been
transmutation
forced to play
arcanum
monster.
to turn into a dinosaur. Roar! Oh, dinosaur! Devour my enemies! Roar! Grab a bottle of Soulglad and make your dreams a blast! Roar! The body withers, but the Soulglad name shall not. Ah! You truly are a beast, more than I can ever be.
Not even remotely breaking a sweat
That should
here.
do it. Okay. Let's go. Mr. Yang is waiting for us.
Mr. Yang come through here? I guess he's
Isn't this
already an
fight
idol.
way off from the actual storyline?
What? Huh? What?
Transforming into a dinosaur isn't imaginative enough for you? This is the sort of magic only seen on Penacony. Anyway, let's get back on track. Where were we? Oh, that's right. After an extended battle, you finally emerged
The battle
victorious!
lasted like 20 seconds.
But the companion who journeyed to Penacony with you chose to leave, having lost all hope.
Why?
In the years that followed, you encountered each other once more on the prosperous streets of Penacony, but dared not call out to one another. Perhaps akin to the lingering regret of every dream chaser. Ah, well done! You brought to life the thrilling action scenes from Once Upon a Time in Dreams with your fighting skills.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks like we won.
Slammed my hand against my desk. That's how
Let's
excited
hurry
I
up
was.
and get to the next stage.
Come on, just treasure. Kill those guys. Not.
Stream 4. Believable.
Were they hiding anything? Bird? Or were they just sitting there? Okay. Always a possibility that I'm blind. Again. What's this? Some like it hot. Hi.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you having fun? Fun is more important than success.
It's too easy.
Look at the time! You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant did.
I mean, if he was alone, then...
That red-haired contestant. Who is that exactly?
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises. Gunfire time! You have the option to choose gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or time, where you'll face Clucky's trial. And now, make your choice!
Well, I hate being timed, but I don't know what gunfire specifies exactly either. Like, what... Is Clocky's trial the little puzzles? Because I would rather do that. Gunfire, time trial. Gunfire trial. Well, that was almost confusing. Time trial.
Dear friends, welcome to the wonderful world created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you up ahead is the titular character from the beloved Clocky animation, Clocky!
That's who it would be, yeah.
It's said that the Watchmaker dreamed up the idea of Clocky when he was just a boy. Back then, he was merely an apprentice in a clock shop, and one night, he dreamt that all the broken clocks started sprouting arms and legs. Like a skilled pilot, he steered them towards the right path. As a classic figure who grew up with many, Clocky truly shaped a generation, solidifying the Watchmaker's pivotal role in popular culture. Contestants, may you have a wonderful time with Clocky.
The trial of time. I hope it won't waste too much of our time.
That is also what I'm hoping. The noises these things are making are a little... Oop. Hold on. Crap. That's what I need.
Stream forward. Gleam bold wings.
Here's a bird on that clock.
Am I just a failed experiment?
That statue. Did it just speak?
Of course it did. Why would not? Yeah, I'm a big fan. Let's go. Oh my, this one is gonna be a doozy. Oh my god. There's a lot happening here. Nah. Hold on. Oh no. Harder than I expected. Right, so. There we go. Oh my god. Right, now we gotta... There we go. Hold on. Come on. Nope, I'm dumb. Okay, so that... Boy. Does this count? No. Pretty sure it has to be... I don't know. We're gonna be here a while, guys. Oh, it's over here. For a second, I'm trying to go the wrong spot. Okay, the only way to get that is this. Okay. There we go. Jesus. Holy moly. Maybe the time trial was a bad idea. Because if it's that... Yeah, here. Probably more puzzle pieces around, right? Oh my.
Stream 4. The gleam of old
Let's go just talk to the statue first before we start running around everywhere.
Am I just a failed experiment?
Yes.
I'm just an expendable failure of a clock, aren't I?
Sorry to break the news. I'd like to print dreams to the stage requiring us to cure this thing with a whole therapy session now. Urgent matter, can you please let us pass by? Alright, now I'm just gonna say it.
Hey, so I'm not just a failed clock, I'm also a failed toy. You guys are just like the other challengers. You want to enter my inner self? Then please be my guest. But you won't find anything worthwhile. I'm just a failed piece.
I don't care.
See? I'm just empty inside.
Tick-tock! It's time for me to make an appearance!
Ah, the plot thickens. Help.
Lucky? I can also see him. Is this character part of the show?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like, right now! I could solve this problem with your big ticker pal, Tick-tock!
Please do.
I can't believe it's actually Clocky! Why would you come and visit a failure of a clock like me for no reason?
You see, we're all clocks. We're family. I want to help
This
you
really
be
is a therapy
happy.
session.
Tell your pal Clocky what's troubling you.
I came across a startling revelation yesterday. Apparently, Dreamscape Ticker isn't the same as Clocky at all. It's just a discarded prototype from Clocky's early development. Please, just leave me be, Clocky. I just don't know how to face you, because I'm just a failure.
Oh dear. Seeing it like this is utterly heart-wrenching. But fear not. We're here to help it
We have
rediscover
a
the missing
world-ending
parts of its inner
disaster
self
on our
and
hands.
guide it out of despair.
Please. Please. Alright, right.
I guess even troop members can experience existential crises.
I feel like that's more likely for
I've
them.
already pinpointed its missing parts.
Gotta go collect them, I guess.
Over here, my friends. Better use that hamster ball night speed.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh, I'm dumb. Something about this is off. There we go. Bird. Get out of there. Hoyoverse. Fly. Alright, man. Okay. So I guess we are going to this puzzle land. Hello? This. Oh.
This must be one of the missing parts that Big Ticker needs. We're here. There's a missing part on the opposite side.
Oh,
But how do
there we
get
go with
over
that
there?
again.
There's also a dream side left here by a Dreamweaver. We're running out of time. We'll have to...
I know. Work, work. Maybe I did need to do that. Okay. Oh, let's try this again. Now. Yes. Shit. Alright. I was wrong. Ooh. I think I can't fall off. I was walking right out. Faster, faster.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Ladder. Door. Are these is it those that's making that little twinkling noise? Throwing me off. Give me that. Hold on. Of course. Hello? There we go. Took you long enough. I bet I can't bypass him.
TikTok!
Oh,
Do I
okay.
Tweet! Help, help, help! Tweet! This fella's body is boiling hot! Tweet!
You eat a bird, I see.
Anyone there? Tweet! I can't take it anymore! Tweet!
Oh dear!
Yeah.
It's an origami bird!
We'll just chop it off, it's fine.
Beyond Overcook's tail!
Is that cookie? Tweet! Please save me! Tweet! I'm being roasted alive! Tweet!
A roasted bird? Oh! This is horrible!
That's
Let's
delicious.
cook this quickly!
Okay.
Another
Killed it.
blood debt repaid.
It was very edgy for knocking over a robot.
Guys, Tweet! I feel I'm about 70% cooked! Tweet!
Thank goodness you're okay! But why did you burrow
Asking the
yourself
real
into
questions
that
here.
fella's tail?
Because that fella stole one of Mr. Big Ticker's pots! Tweet! I wanted to help retrieve it, but I accidentally got myself stuck in the oven! Tweet!
Well,
I had to get it, but be careful! It's hot! Tweet!
I guess it ended up working out.
An inner self fragment belonging to the Sweet Dreams troupe? This is just too surreal.
Fragmented core. Okay, so we're back here then. We just go back? Oh wait, hold on. Still where? I misread. Thought it was we had to find the core. Yeah, fix it.
Wow!
I'm sorry, I can't.
Next.
I have to just get this done. Hold on. I'm confused. Yeah, I see. That much is right. There we go.
Oh dear! What's
Oh,
going
wait.
on in here? Your inner self is a mess! I'm not qualified to be...
So it'll come down to this, so I'll have to use clockwork. Okay. Alright, that went better than the other one.
Thank you, Clocky. If not for you, I'd never be able to... No problem at all. As the guardian of Dreamville. Oh, my friends, you still have...
Very important.
My friends, with a...
It's all done. Victory's in sight. Let's head to the final stage.
Oh, there.
Infallible.
Stream forth. Gleam both
Oh.
blades.
I can actually kill the formidable foe with Acheron's ability. Not what I expected.
Congratulations to both of you. Oh, you've overcome all obstacles.
Yeah,
and
it's
proven
like
yourselves.
The
But
Elite Four, but then we
unfortunately,
have to fight
there
the
is
guy
only
at the
one
end,
who can be
the
Penacony's
rival.
festive superstar.
It's the
In
Argenti.
the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to become the festive superstar.
Right.
Welcome to the 33rd Scorch
Stop
Sand
saying that.
Festival's
Stop
third
saying
stage
that.
in the 20th season, sponsored by Soulglad Enterprises, Superstar Showdown.
Alright. Only one challenge left. I don't have to select anything, I don't think. My brain is going to be mush after riding these spheres. Arena 2, Arena 1. Huh? What's the difference? Have to do them both? I knew it.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Who else has fiery red hair that would possibly be here? My friend. You don't even have voice acting?
Are you a Knight of Beauty?
Is that only for English? Oh. Or again, or I want to say Argenti. Let me. I'll try and read his. I'm sorry. This is. I can't quite remember exactly what his voice said. Upon hearing of the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, in a cosmos unguarded by the beauty, disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed by tending to the sick and injured. Fortunately, the mini-rabbit mech pilot, stray cat duelist, galactic ninja, and quad drive Intellatron, along with 32 other souls in distress, all emerged from their predicament safe and sound. I then led them all here to reveal in the harmony with the countless other splendid beings. Is this the beauty? It's dazzling. Quite the savior. I do not deserve such praise. Unfortunately, that dashing IPC ambassador, whose radiance matches that of a beautiful peacock, remains in a woeful state. How I wish he too could partake in this splendid occasion. Okay, let's get back to business. Since fate has brought us together, it stands to reason that you both seek the accolade of the audition's victor, correct? Though upon arrival, I was once mistaken for a towering silver-armored fugitive with fiery red flames. Due to my lack of eloquence, it matters not, for all these trials stem from the land of dream beauty. Thought you were Sam? What matters is that I now stand before you. Our paths have crossed. I, Argenti, Knight of the Knights of Beauty, am humbly I can't act live. I'm humbly requesting for a battle in the name of the Code of Chivalry with you both. If I am fortunate enough to emerge victorious, kindly grant me passage to the crown of victory and recognize that Adrila, the beauty, is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Bear witness to.
Oh shit.
It is a fall.
That's enough. I have come to. Okay. Sure, I won't read it. Beautiful, beautiful. Truly a captivating contest. It is through that you that I realize, to uphold the honor of Adrila, I must further hone my skills. What a beautiful lesson indeed. Go forth, my dear friend, beautiful miss. The audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here, gazing from afar as you bask in the limelight, joining the audience in offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
We don't have much time. May fate allow us to meet again, Knight of Beauty. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Go forth. The champion stage belongs to the both of you. Bask in the glory you deserve. Great. All right. Away we go. Majestic. Truly majestic.
Congratulations to the Galactic Baseballer and Fire
Oh boy. Oh no. Hold on, I gotta pick up a doctor. I tried.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival.
Sunday?
Before entering the Grand Theater, I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
What are you doing here? You already worked things out with the Dream Seeker. All I get are sincere congratulations. Where are my stellar jades? What are you doing here?
As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus.
That's so.
Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream?
This is a false equivalence. There's nothing wrong with being the fittest, a sweet dream parasite. I don't know. Why are you asking me?
That's not the point. Don't let him mislead you.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting.
Yeah, something tells me
This
it
way,
wasn't.
we'll at least know what Welt and Ms. Robin are dealing with, and the reason
We
why
just
they
didn't
failed
like
to make our
what the
appointment.
meeting came to.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
Okay. A while ago.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
Ever?
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort.
They never can awaken, they would die.
If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority. Do you have any suspects?
Me, sir.
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
Yeah, it's a simple question.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up, and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous, and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call.
Sunday probably wasn't expecting this.
Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I'll do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
Find some sort of loophole here, Sunday.
Have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws.
Come on, Welt.
The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony.
Is that the answer?
Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one, Shipe?
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe.
Thank God you're
Later,
here, Weld.
They fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it.
I feel like
The
nobody
chorus
else
that
could have
once
rattled off
reverberated
this stuff.
across worlds fell silent.
Maybe Don Hong.
And when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang. Being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
So this is how it is.
Well,
For the sake of our
Weld
grand cause someday.
can't go down that
please
easily.
afford you an opportunity to rest.
What?
You have the Star of Eden, just suck him into a black hole. Come on. Go. You're a Hersher of reason.
It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this.
You've had other minds inside your head before.
It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
300,000.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony,
The order.
we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
Oh, what was that?
You
Random
should know
red
that these
light
actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Sunday.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we?
Are we
Your
not? We're right
efforts for
here.
the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed.
You want to talk terms with us? Stop being around Bush. Give Mr. Yang back to us now.
Oh, I intend to. But that hinges on the outcome of this negotiation.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
How? The
If
power
Miss
of
Himiko
dreams?
is interested, let's draw
Stellaron?
back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means.
No, it's not
I'm
going
willing
to be
to
that
divulge
easy.
the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly
You're
do
going to show
justice
us something instead of tell us something, right?
So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Just stop him now. He's not going to... It's exactly as Himiko said. Discussion is pointless.
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
Imprisoned us? Who in their right mind would expose their inner self like this? Somebody very overconfident.
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining
That
on
me?
the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before,
Pretty.
so she should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here.
Okay.
From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you.
Okay,
I
Burb.
believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's
Yeah, we
yard,
saw this.
we spotted a fledgling
I mean,
Charmony dove
I
on
saw
its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a
I
shrub.
feel like narratively,
Probably abandoned by its parents.
there's
We decided to build a nest for it right there and then.
no point in showing us this
However,
again.
Thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard.
Or maybe there's
Not
more to the
mention
story.
many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity.
Okay.
It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it.
Right.
We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
So, on one hand, they're saying it's dangerous out there. And it's not to be trusted. Or the nature is not to be trusted, so to speak. Or you can guarantee its safety, but it won't be free. That's... I feel like many animals would rather be in a home and cared for, and get fed and loved and played with and stuff, than just, I don't know. I mean, they're not sentient enough to know the difference.
The third to last line means
It doesn't know that it should have had a different life. It does not fly. The life that it is meant to live, so to speak, is impossible right now. And if you build a nest outside, it's a baby. It doesn't have its parents. What you have to do? So let's see what the others say.
I can't decipher his intentions right now, but based solely on that question, I would probably choose to build that dove a cage.
Yeah.
Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear it'd never get the chance to fly ever again.
I mean, you have the perspective of, well, if it grows up in a cage, it won't know what to do when it's outside. There are a lot of animals that get rescued and they're treated in preservations or whatever, and once they're adults, they're sent into the wild, and they do survive. So it's not some sort of like unheard of thing to have it grow up in a cage for a while and then set it free. It's like, how will even we do that in a sense? You put babies in a crib. You don't want a baby outside crib. Baby is gonna put a fork in an electric socket. Anyway.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. Back to the question. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even live to that point, then there's nothing to talk about to begin with.
March, you're gonna say something different, I know it.
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? But fine, I'll answer, I guess. If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for
everybody
the little Charmony dove.
is running with the same logic that I am.
Leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something.
It has no caretaker.
And that'd just be too sad.
The thing is, Sunday is going to present it to us as like, this is the obvious choice, and this is what I'm doing here in Penacony. As if it's a false equivalence, though. They're not the same thing. But, well, let's go with it.
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. If your mind is made up, let me reveal the outcome of this choice.
Okay.
We passionately nursed it back to health, preparing only the best food for it every day. We even preened its feathers. Later, on the day that Robin left Penacony, we opened the cage door and let it fly back into the sky. I watched it for a long while by the window, probably about 3 or so days. In those 3 long days, the little Charmony dove tried again and again to spread its wings to fly into the sky, but fell to the ground, only to keep trying. Finally, on the 137th attempt, it succeeded. But its attempt did not go perfectly. After flying unsteadily for a while, it fell to the ground, unable to grasp the direction of the air currents. The fall shattered its wings. It writhed helplessly in my embrace. But it was all for naught, finally succumbing to a painful demise. And in that instant, our tender care, our given love and hopes, they all became the inevitable push that sent it to its death.
One single anecdote.
I deeply regret the choices we made. Next, let us head to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser.
Okay.
This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the Dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser, and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life, except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels, until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
Laws exist for a reason. The man sold his kids into slavery. Now maybe he did quote unquote have good intentions.
On top with mountain underneath. Find the second to last line.
But you can't do that. And by calling off the hounds, you are enabling his terrible decision. What he did was, I feel like that's just flat out wrong. I feel like there's also missing information. What sort of slavery are we talking about? Like,
Having trigram on both ends. The third to last line says.
do they do hard labor? Do they do something worse? Do they like, there's just not enough, like, and at the basis, the core of the situation, the law should be obeyed. Otherwise, you're going to set a strange precedent.
A dream chaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend him a hand.
What?
But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
Didn't get himself in more trouble, the stowaway?
This question... Surely it has some connection to the baby bird story. And this connection is precisely the breakthrough Sunday aims to use to persuade us. I'd probably choose to ask the bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
Now this could be interesting. This could be a disagreement with my comrades here.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story...
Thank you,
I don't
March.
think he deserves
March.
any sympathy at all.
You're
He
with
sold
me.
his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible.
My Queen March. You're on me.
That thought, there's only one choice. Let the bloodhound send him back home. This person deserves to be punished.
My girl March. Got my back.
It seems you, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led to a better outcome. Sadly, his fate would only be more tragic.
Okay, so what
Say
happened?
he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium. The methods with which illegal stowaways enter dreams are unorthodox. Not flawless like the hotels. Living in the dreamscape would be a mere pipe dream. Should he be apprehended? Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye? The answer is a definitive no. They couldn't bear the resulting consequences, and thus wouldn't dare extend a helping hand. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision.
I don't understand what sort
the
of
story
moral...
this time is my own.
Is it what moral lesson
This
you're trying to
story happened the
set out
day I
here?
was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen? Miss Robin.
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the Harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences. Because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
Okay. Well. How did you not know a war was gonna break out, or how did you not know a war had broken out to where your sister, like, I'm kind of missing the point by bringing this up, but like, these days, it's true in this game. These days, people are in contact and text all the time. Sunday and Robin are very close. Why did she write a handwritten letter? We already know, like, phones are sending messages interstellar. We get messages from Belvog or the Herta space station or whatever.
Heaven trigram on both ends. The third to last line says.
I feel like that's all beside the point. Robin's an adult, man. I don't have a sister, so I can't really put myself in his shoes there.
Time for some sweet tea.
See what the others say. I think Robin's an adult and I have to
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights.
understand her,
In
have
the
to
dream, I see
respect
blurry
her.
faces. I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them. Fighting for survival.
She died.
against some
Obviously, I would wish I could go back and stop
force.
her. I would probably.
Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. But
I would
also
probably
remember
forever wish I could go
chose
back.
never to give up.
I would
Just
say.
like Miss Robin. If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled, you should find the answer from your own experiences. With each trailblaze, dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away? Would you stop March and Don Hung from reaching their next destination? I believe you have an answer of your own in your heart.
And we have already we see the result of it now. Of course, Robin put herself in grave danger, but she did survive. I would be terrified.
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. And here I was thinking she was just another superstar celebrity. But the fact that she's also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood, no matter how grand the ambition.
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price, I don't know what I'd do.
It's a really hard thing to say when I'm not actually presented with this situation. Good question. I feel like it can only go one way, and I feel like that's respect my adult sister's decision to do what she thinks is right to do, what's important to her. Let her have that freedom. It does bring back to the cage, though. They kept the bird in the cage because it would survive. But I could still consider it not an equivalent. Bird lacks the same level of sentience. Robin knows what she was doing. She is an adult. She can make her own decisions. That bird had no ability to make its own decisions. If it had been able to tell us, yo, make me a cage, I ain't going out there, or let me go, probably would have respected its decision. Do you not think? So, if Sunday, I swear to God, if you try to say, oh, but you decided to protect that bird. Make it a cage. Oh, hello. Oh my, it's 2 a.m. Yeah.
I see. I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the Harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow, and even despair, set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life,
Yep.
allowing a certain tranquility
I've been
to return
an office
to their
worker.
souls.
I can relate to this.
It's only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime.
Hey man, I agree.
From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days.
A little on the nose.
Every person can return to their base selves in this utopia.
Whoa, Text, what are you doing?
Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit. Living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
Definitely not flawless.
But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Someone has to be dreaming.
Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them.
Yeah.
In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way.
Gargona wasn't happy
it. But there is no
just
shame
because
in escape.
she was in a dream.
On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams.
That doesn't
But this
make
is
any
not
sense,
in
bro.
conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it
Draw
to
your
you,
sword.
just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Speak. Stell.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty.
Misha is the core.
So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct.
Reason we can see Misha is because we're trailblazers. He's a trailblazer. It's on his thing. He is the watchmaker. He is Gale. That's why Welds can see him. That's why Acheron couldn't. That's why March and Himiko. That's why the other guy couldn't. The place looks a bit familiar.
Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here.
I feel like I should have pieced that together way earlier.
Now is, who brought
Somebody
you
out there
here?
probably did.
Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
Or if Misha's not
But there are
literally
doors all over the place.
Gale,
Which one should we
there's
choose?
some sort of like
Do you have
manifestation.
Any idea,
I guess
Residual
maybe this way?
energy or consciousness.
I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Oh, it's going fast.
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room.
Mm-hmm.
I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common
Boy.
for everyone to forget certain
Do we have
aspects of the past.
experience with this?
Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
I don't know if I should take a break. I don't know how much longer we have left. But well. It's this lady. Alright, I am gonna break here, unfortunately. I know I'm probably so close to the end. And who knows, maybe the next video will be like 20 minutes long. But, we will see what happens next time. I do think I have hit the nail on the head about Misha. If I had noticed his Astral Express pendant way sooner, maybe I would have figured it out sooner, but... I mean, I did earlier in the session, but I meant like in the previous patches. I'm sure somebody out there pinpointed it exactly on the patch start, when Penacony started and said, yep, Misha's the clockmaker, nobody can see him, or he's got the astral, blah 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 blah. Anyway, that's why I don't like speculating and reading everybody else's theories. I just like to play. I didn't watch any trailers, I didn't watch the live stream. I just went in. That's how I usually prefer it. So, we'll finish it up next time and see how hopefully see how Acheron and the others come to our aid. Anyway, have a good night and stay hydrated. This is Threat. Bye.